Hi everybody. So today I thought we'd have a look at the Declay Studio Indian elephant. Now it's listed as Elephas maximus, which is obviously the Latin for, as we'd know it, the Indian elephant. Now you can buy these separately. There's actually a male and a female. Now this is the female. I do have the male, and he comes on his own base, which shunts up against here, so you get this continuous kind of diorama with the male and the female next to it. But because it won't fit on this little turntable, we'll look at one at a time. So this is the female Indian elephant, as I said, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's one of the finest models that I actually have, and probably one of my favourites. There's just something about it. I mean, the detailing is just so finely. The wrinkles on its skin is just so fine, it's incredible. And you know, you've got the typical pink ears of what the Indian elephants tend to get, and also down the front of the trunk, and these tiny little dots, which are very indicative of the Indian elephant. Now it comes on this resin base with a couple of fallen logs. Like I said, this log enables the other base to sort of butt up, and there's also some sort of log there as well, and there's an old tree stump round the back. These green tufts I actually added myself. It did have some green kind of paint, but I just thought, being an Indian elephant, it should be a bit greener, because it's quite a sort of lush country, and it just separates it from the African elephants, making this one a bit more green. I mean, it's not perfect, these tufts, they look okay. It's hard to know how many to put on without overdoing it, but I like the effect. Now, the pose of the elephant, you might think it looks a bit curious at first, because it's kicking its back leg out. You know, I think, what the heck's it doing, walking like that? But the actual, what it's doing is, it's kind of like hurrying along this little fella. Now this is the Indian elephant calf. Let's try and get it in focus. I think it's in focus. Yeah, this lovely little calf, you know, perfectly sculpted, just painted, you know, in quite a plain way, but I mean, it isn't very big with its trunk out. Now the idea is this little fella stands somewhere on the base like that, and he's stretching out to the female's trunk while she gently uses a back leg. Sorry, it wasn't in focus there. Using a back leg to push him forward, or push her forward. So yeah, it's when you see it all together, it looks brilliant. She's just kicking him out with that back leg. I mean, elephants do this. If you watch the documentaries, you see them, you know, guiding the babies with the back legs. But it's quite an unusual pose to actually have, you know, decided to go with. But I think it looks, you know, it's very effective. So let's just bring it round. I mean, the detailing on these wrinkles, you know, going down the legs, it's just phenomenal, to be honest with you. I will take him off the stand in a second, just have a closer look at the face. But the pose, you know, it's done really well. Now when it comes, this one, there's nothing really to attach apart from the tail. The tail was separate. In fact, I don't think I've glued this one in. Oh no, I think I did. Yeah. Now the male does have a pair of small tusks which need to be attached, but on this one, unlike the African elephant, the ears come already attached. There's no gluing to be done, so there's no seam. Obviously the ears are smaller, there was less chance of it being damaged in shipping, so they are attached. yeah, so there's a look at her, I should say. So I'll just lift the little one off. It's cast in resin again, so you need to be a bit careful with them. Make sure you don't drop anything. Oh, so they will break. But yeah, let's just have a closer look. I mean, the detail is just, you know, pretty spectacular, really. Let's just see if check it's focused. There we go. Let's just have a look at that. Let's just see what I mean by the wrinkles. I mean, they're endless. They're absolutely. Especially around here, I mean, they're so finely done. I hope the camera's picking that up. It's just, if anything, these are more finely sculpted than the African. Maybe perhaps that's the way Indians are. Perhaps they're a bit more finer on the wrinkle. Let's just bring it round. Let's try and see that eye. Let's try and get the camera to focus in. You know, it's all there. Every wrinkle you could possibly think of. Look at that bottom lip. Look at the lines and the cracks and the creases. And there's a little pinky with all the hand painted. Like I say, everything's completely hand cast and hand painted from Declay Studios. These aren't mass produced models at all. It's probably only, I don't know the limited number of these, but you know, there isn't very many. They don't make many at all. Let's just bring it around again, just being very careful not to drop it. That would be a disaster on film. Here we go. There's that beady little eye again. So there it is. That's the Declay female Indian elephant with base. Like you can get these. Can get these in model form, or kit form I should say. I think the legs are unattached. They come in about 6 pieces or whatever, and you just make them yourself, paint them yourself, and it does save money. If money's tight, you can get them in kit form. I believe you can buy the female and the male separately, or you can choose to buy them both and get this kind of diorama. So I'll just put that back. There's no real correct way to put them, but it does look correct with it stretching out towards the female's trunk, so that's where it goes. Yeah, they come with a certificate of authenticity, this little card, which tells you a little bit about. Let's get it to focus. You can pause that if you want to read that. Yeah, they come very well packed. They take about, well, 4 to 6 weeks. If you want one built and painted, you wait sort of probably 5-6 weeks, and then you'll get an email saying they're done and they'll be shipped. And I've never had an issue. They've always come quickly. You know, usually around, once they've shipped it, I live in the UK, you know, you're probably looking at 10 days. And then they're here. So that's a quick look at it. I'll leave it there, and I'll make a video of the male, show you that one as well. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.